On the other hand, people say that in Mongolia we are lacking the vision for the development of our country. We don't see the big picture where we are going, and too limited in what we are now getting. So what do you think of this, and what should be done in order to have this big picture?
We really miss this vision and mission, how we call it. Singapore has a mission, and they have also a vision. That vision is formulated in 4 words. Singapore is global city, best home. So there are 4 words. And all their living, social, political life is around that mission. So what is our vision? That question, I try to answer that question to myself and for my readers in my blog called, column called Mongolia 2030. So 20 years from now, I would like to see Mongolia prospering based on, not on minings, not on everything what is underground, but based on the capacity, human productivity, increasing productivity of Mongolians. That's, I think, our long-term sustainability. So I would like to see the policy to be, government policy to be based on productivity, not like today based on social care. So we have a so strongly based on social care policy today that people think that they are to be poor, and the government thinks that the government is to take care of poor people. It is, we are living with that concept so much, so deep, that government already believe that development is social care, which is wrong. Development is based on productivity increase of every Mongolian, productivity increase per unit of labor, which is expressed in salary, and per, we call it in finance, return on investment. What is you are getting back per unit of investment you have invested into the country. So these are 2 measures, I believe, which is to be the center of the government policy and of our daily life, not social care.
Very true. And actually the productivity is one of the values we need to undertake in order to increase, to improve our life. And suddenly I thought of the issue that we get salary in Mongolia by lump sum. We negotiate $100,000, $500, $1,000 per month. In the United States or other countries in Korea and Japan, they have hourly rate, as we know. And recently I calculated that now Mongolian hourly rate is just 50 cents per hour. So I guess this is the one of the reasons why Mongolians are not working hard enough, or what can be done in that regard?
Well, interesting observations. Of course, we can express everything in time terms. Well, Americans name their salary in terms of a year, right? In Mongolia, we call it in terms of a month. You are now speaking about in terms of hour, which is used in a lot of economic analysis for particular jobs, which is called also part-time job, right? But the issue is not in which you need to express. The issue is in whatever you measure, what is really the productivity per hour, per year, per month. In Mongolia, we express salary in month, as I told, as everybody knows. But the issue is, salary of a Mongolian labor is artificially low. It has to do with the productivity, and productivity has to do with the competition. And competition is not as such in this country, does not exist in the major fields, industry, that we would like to see booming. The competition is existing in such only industries where just small traders go and fighting for their, the consumer goods stuff. that do not reach us, makes us richer. Because, for example, a guy who is trading, by going to Zamingud, the border with China, they never estimate their personal cost, health, insurance they're supposed to pay, which they don't pay, and the hours they spend, they never include that price into their cost. And they just talk about what they have purchased at the price they have bought and the price they sell. And over 200,000 or so people are busy with this gray economy. That's one part of why we don't have sufficient enough high salary. Second part is government is taking too much from that salary. And here in this country, an old lady from very far part of the city, when she is buying bread, 10-20% goes to the government. And when, as employer, I pay a salary to employees, then effectively about 40% or over goes to the government. And government is getting bigger and bigger. And they go so bigger that they have created their own health care. You know that the health care is existing for our ministers and cabinet members, and the minister officials is separate. If they are sick, they go to Singapore. If you and me are sick, where would you go? Depending on the income, you go either to Iran or Hukhot or China. And nobody is staying here. Why? Because nobody takes care of the social care problem in this country. They only just like they work like a firefighter. When only fire comes, they go with everything hose and they try to, That's the reason that we have a so big government. And the people in the government are busy not creating or increasing the productivity of the country. They are busy with taking care of everything, in particular their promises. That's the whole problem we have to address.
On the other hand, I recalled that somebody from Sweden told me that every monthly taxes that they pay from personal income to the government is around 40-45% from the salary. But then, when they retire, they live better than they live in working in the working period.
That's the issue. We keep paying whole your active life of your active years. You pay a lot of money to the government. When the times come, then when you needs to get back, you don't get anything.
Exactly.
And plus, in Mongolia, we don't have a personal account for the people who were born before 1960. After those, they're supposed to have, but they don't have, and they have a problem. This our trade union, Rambatar, is raising the issue. I mean, where is my money? Where is the account paying for a personal pension account? But as you said, in Sweden, I was in August, and I have a number of friends, economists there in Stockholm. In these countries, because the government is accountable and responsible, you really get back what you have paid. Of course, you can get through cash when you need, but you have also get it through the social services. When you go to hospital, you are sure that there will be right diagnosis. You will be in a good hand. You will have, not expired tablets. In this country, you are not sure. And in this country, when you go to a hospital, the doctor will prescribe to you something that you are supposed to buy from the drugstore, which belongs somehow to her or to him. And indirectly or directly, they are paid from that income. This is interconnected, full of conflict of interest system, kills the system of social and medical care of this country. That's why we are not, the issue why I'm saying all this stuff, because I want to change. We should make a difference. And it's in our hand of ordinary citizens. And we are tired with the politicians who claim that they can do something, and they are spoiling and destroying That's our concern.
Yeah.